all tied up, and this first set is dead even.
Unbelievable combination.
Wow.
Beautifully done.
What a great spot.
Hello and welcome to the 2025-26 APTA Tour. We're live from the Hyde Park Golf and Country Club in Cincinnati, Ohio, bringing you the 2026 Midwesterns Grand Prix, with live streaming brought to you by the APTA membership and our tour presenting sponsor, Corient. Tournament support has also been provided by the following: our presenting sponsors, Duncan and Greater Cincinnati Platform Tennis Association. Additional local sponsors, Mercy Health, Roto-Rooter, Alta Fiber, Quintus Wealth Management Group, We Connect Health, Viking Athletics, High Grain Brewing, Total Platform, Plains Moving and Storage, TruePoint Wealth Council, River Hills Bank, Marymount Capital, Town Properties, Atlantic Sign Company, Stretch Lab, and last but not least, Titan Trophies. I'm Mike Raleigh alongside Guy Moore, bringing you this quarterfinal match between Guillermo Nunez and Jose Salazar versus Tyler Fraser and Eric West. Guy, welcome to the booth.
Mike, glad to be here with you. I have to tell you, after about 3 weeks of bitter cold everywhere we went to commentate paddle matches and the APTA Tour, I mean, great scene here at Hyde Park Country Club. Let me introduce our players. To the top left of our screen, the lefty Guillermo Nunez, his partner Jose Salazar, in the all black there, white paddle. Bottom left of my screen, hometown stud Tyler Fraser playing the ad side, and his partner Eric West, another lefty, so a lefty-righty matchup. You know, Mike, West and Fraser, I think this might be their first outing of the season, right?
I think did they have a baby? Is that right? And kind of they put their paddle on the back burner a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
happens to the best of us.
It does, but obviously a great team. I don't know if we've seen this matchup with West and Fraser playing against Nunez and Salazar, but certainly we've seen West and Fraser play Nunez and Powers, and it's interesting too, because when Jose Salazar plays with his partner Albi Regalado, although they do play some tournaments apart during the season here and there, he plays the deuce side. So it'll be kind of interesting to see these guys play, although they're all great friends and they practice and play all the time together. But Eric West and Tyler Fraser, and again, it's our first sudden death point here. I mean, first game sudden deuce point, but I would say you're talking about, in Jose Salazar, probably, between him and Regalado, they both together have one loss all year long.
Really?
Yeah, they lost in Baltimore to Nunez and Powers, Regalado, Salazar. But they've played each a different tournament with different partners and won those. So they've only lost once. So I don't know. I mean, this Nunez-Salazar partnership is good, and we know what they both do well.
We got Ron Borgatti up in the chair there. We've got Eric West serving here on the top of our screen. Partner Tyler Fraser.
Yeah, and Eric West can carve the ball up with the best of them. I mean,
all four players. I mean,
well, right. You're right. You're right. You know what's it's crazy to even say is, as great as Salazar is, I mean, the other three players on the court just carve the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, in Salazar, his roller overhead is just so good, and I don't know, he's just so smart. But I tell you what, This is interesting, too. So you'll see that Salazar's backhand in the middle is a weapon.
Well, they've got two. Yeah, they've got Salazar's backhand and Nunez being the lefty on the ad side.
Yeah.
Brings in. You just jinxed him there. He dumps
did.
that two-hander in the net.
This is interesting, though. Well, not that interesting. I mean, you have.
Let me be the judge of that guy,
yeah,
okay?
I'm talking myself out of my own thoughts. But, you know, Nunez plays the deuce side with Mark Powers, and Salazar obviously plays the deuce side with Regalado, but, you know, they've elected early on here to keep Salazar over there. I think a lot of it has to do with his backhand in the middle. And, you know, I think it used to be so old school, too, Mike, that you say the lefty can only play the deuce side because of the 2 forehands in the middle if he's playing with a righty. But I don't think that that's the case anymore.
Well, not when they've got the weapons of the two-handers.
Right. And this will be the Nunez carve, right? He'll go hard at Eric West, and then he'll bring that ball right back to Fraser. And when he brings it back to Fraser, it's
usually coming hot and at about knee level.
It's coming.
Ton of slice.
And knee level is about as high as it'll be. It's a slider. The ball could hit the snowboard every time. And that's what Nunez is so good at, Mike, just letting ball. And I tell you what, we don't get to see that much from Nunez on that on that deuce side, that little tomahawk forehand.
It's just another whole nother offensive opportunity for him. If the ball hangs off that side screen on the ad side,
yeah,
he brings that tomahawk. And I don't know if you noticed in looking at the balls. Here's our second sudden deuce. 2 games in, 2 sudden deuce points. But the other thing to look for is that, especially as we roll into nationals, you'll see it happened with McNerney when he would hit that third panel slam hard in the ad side, and the ball would carry all the way to the middle of the court. Nunez was hitting overheads off that ball, tomahawking it from the center of the court. That negates one of the shots that in last year's epic 5-hour final.
5 year.
Either way, it felt like 5 years. I'm telling you.
You were there. You know. That was, by the way, the only paddle match I had to wake up in the morning and see who won because.
Oh, boy. All right. 2-love here for Nunez and Salazar.
And we don't need court director to know that it's the first 2 games sudden deuce and both Salazar and Nunez way. And I think, too, with a team like Salazar and Nunez who don't normally play together even though they're such good friends, you let them get out in front and you're going to see a lot of front running. I mean, the reason I say is for them, even though obviously they're only playing to win, but I mean, from a ranking standpoint in terms of nationals, probably not going to affect much. Because even more interesting, where do you think Nunez and Powers want to end up? And where do you think Regalado and Salazar want to end up in the draw?
Not on the same side.
Exactly.
The opposite side.
So this, whatever it is, negates it all because they're both playing together. And Wes can bring it from both sides too,
Yeah.
Mike. I mean, he really can.
You know, and from a perspective of kind of the fan, this 40-degree-ish, 45-degree is so much more fun to watch.
Oh, it's like a heat wave.
You know, with the transition plays and the
Mike,
cuts and the spins.
Mike, we just got back from Siberia for the last 3 weeks.
I mean, when it's so cold in Short Hills that they're not allowing the umpires to be in the chair.
Oh, that's a first. I mean, and to be honest with you, just not safe to be up there and not moving. Of course, I probably wouldn't want to be up there on a nice day like this at 40 degrees.
Yeah, that's true.
So interesting to see, too. Nunez, when he plays with Powers, Nunez and Powers feed off each other so well. It looks like Salazar and Nunez doing the same thing in terms of who hits overheads. They kind of go with the flow. But one interesting thing about Salazar, Mike, when you watch him like here, you'll see him go from the continental grip, which is kind of the hammer grip, to that semi-western or full western grip to hit rollers. He starts, and when he has time, he rolls it over. That is a sick volley. Fraser and Wes switching because they have to. Salazar sneaking up the side. Nunez. And, you know, the more Salazar commits to that move up the side, the easier it is for Nunez to know he's got to cover. I have a question, Mikey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. My question is, because I know we talk about it at the club level relentlessly all the time, and if we did drills at the club level on how to cover the nick, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Everyone would do it well. Agreed?
Yes.
Why then, when the matches go live at the club level, is no one covering the nick in the middle?
Well, I think it's part of that is a habit. You know that really it's one of the trained. You know, it's something that should be drilled and trained into the players' kind of almost everyday habit.
Well, but why? Again, I'm just asking because I don't know I kind of know the answer, but I'm just interested in your opinion on it. Why is the person not saying help, and why aren't they committing to their side wire like we see at this level all the time on the men's and women's side? I mean, it's a no-brainer.
I think it's more experience at the club level. I don't know what your thoughts are on it, but
my thought is that you see Eric West drifting over with Fraser and then Fraser drifting over. They're there before the ball ever hits the nick. So their partner in the corner knows that they're there. So when they say help, a lot of times at the club level, you see how Tyler's drifting, right? You know, he's drifting to the middle. So if there was a situation, then at the same time, he knows when to cover his corner. But I think a lot of players, whether they say help or not and don't really trust it, they don't feel like their partner's there.
yeah, they've got to have that trust that your partner's going to be there to let that ball go.
Otherwise, they're looking to cover both sides, and when you're looking to do two things at once, you're not going to be very good at either. Great volley, deep, low. And again, you can see how Salazar and Nunez feed off of each other.
Nunez, Salazar, lead the first set, 3-0.
It's Duncan's world, and you're living in it, Mike. Introducing the $5 meal deal. 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee. Bring your friend, your cousin, or just your fabulous self. $5 gets you fed and feeling good. Dunkin' has deals for everyone. Get the Dunkin' $5 meal deal. It's a Dunkin' thing.
It is a Dunkin' thing.
I will say, that's like one of the best meal deals I've heard of in the last year. You concur?
I do.
Okay.
Seems like a flashback to 15 years ago.
I agree with you. You can hear Fraser and West chatting, trying to get it right. That's good. I mean, quick 3-love lead.
Well, it's a quick 3-love lead, but 2 of the 3 games have gone to that sudden deuce point. So, I mean, no time to panic here for Fraser and West.
I'll tell you what, too, I was just about to say this is like perfect cutter weather. And Fraser's got one of the best cutters in the game. And not only that, when he gets on a roll with it, he could hit 10 in a row.
Yeah.
Easily. And you just saw a little bit how good his cutter is. That's the thing about, you know, you're seeing similar teams here with Fraser and West. I mean, again, obviously is lefty-righty, but just how well they all could spin the ball. It's just kind of communicating and quick game right there.
You hear the Cincinnati crowd here rooting their hometown boys on.
I do.
On the scoreboard here at 1-3. Jose Salazar serving.
Watch West when he gets rolling here with this cutter. And you see West there, he was only looking at, you see how he's only looking on the ball for the ball down the line? He's going to let everything else go.
What a dig from Fraser.
And this is the speed that Nunez loves right here. He'll do some acrobatics when the point goes this quick.
But Fraser and West, too, love this style.
They do, but I'm more or less talking when Nunez is at the net. How's this tempo? Would you describe it as so slow, Mike?
No, this is not glacial, that's for sure. This is more F1 stuff. This is full on.
Yeah, so when you're playing this fast like we're seeing, I mean, obviously it's so fun to watch, but it's going to come down to shot making like this. I mean, it's just all shot making. And that's what I was saying. I mean, these 4 players are all amazing. But, again, obviously playing to win the match. But from a rankings perspective, you know, it's just let's play and may the best team win. And needless to say, Fraser's backhand is money.
Here's a question for you. Of the 4 players on the court, who's the best shot maker?
Nunez.
Okay.
I took a long time to answer that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. There's a lot of thoughts. Who's the second best shot maker?
That's a really good question. I would have to say Salazar because of how smart he is, because he has the ability to play fast and slow, and that's why him and Regalado have been such a great team this season and seasons before. But, there you go. There's shot making right there. Hitting a lob volley from the middle of the court off the forehand that's behind you. And digging that. I mean, those are shots. And then you missed the one that was the
easiest one.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm
Nunez just making that look easy.
Yeah.
Pedestrian.
Yeah. Good serve. You got it, again. You got it, Don. Come on. Yeah. Go.
There against that cover we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just there. Before the ball's ever hit, he's not moving afterwards. Here's our, third sudden death game, right? Sudden deuce. Careful you don't give Fraser a short ball here.
Yeah.
I like that switch back by Nunez and Salazar. That's why I like his backhand in the middle. Wow.
Nunez, Salazar. Nunez, Salazar. Lead the first set 4-1.
Corian is the official wealth sponsor of the APTA's 2025-26 season. Corian is a fee-only wealth manager who puts their clients at the center of everything they do. Learn more at Corian.com.
Well, Guy, we've got a special guest joining us in the booth here. Mr. Murphy Jensen.
Welcome,
one of
Murphy.
Michigan's finest.
Come on.
From tennis from Ludington. Is that right, Murphy?
Born in Ludington, Michigan.
Yeah.
Some say raised by wolves, Mike. And we're a Midwest family.
There we go. Yeah.
Was born on a paddle court. We used to call it platform tennis
Sure.
in the 1800s. And used to play a lot of paddle, and we learned the game of tennis, and then that took over our lives. But it's I'm just blown away by the paddle that we're seeing today. I saw the girls' match prior to this one, and I said,
It's changed, hasn't it?
Talent.
And remember the
Cool.
battle at Bickett? I mean, you and
I
your brother
did the
were
battle
involved in that
back
with
in Jim-
Gambino and
Jason Gray, and
rest in peace.
rest in peace. But that experience is something. We still have our paddles. We still have our Viking hats. We still have. It brings people together, which is the coolest thing. This game, and it's something to do when it's freezing outside, and you can have a lot of fun.
Sure. So tell us about you're involved now with one of our sponsors, We Connect.
I'm the founder of one of your sponsors.
Okay.
I'm the founder
Wow.
of We Connect Health. It is a digital healthcare technology platform with support and services around mental health and addiction.
Okay.
And we've served millions of people from 30 countries. 11 years ago, my heart told me I had more to offer this world than flying around on private jets and coaching superstars in the world of tennis. And in that process, I met my co-founder who worked for Microsoft, and she had this great idea. This idea that we could leverage our phones to help people that are struggling or suffering from mental health challenges, from addiction issues. And in the past 10, 11 years, we've served millions of people from 30 countries. We have a freemium version of the app. It's a mobile health app. It's called Digital Health. And you get mental health coaching, you get mental health services and support group meetings, and it's really game-changing work. This goes way beyond
Life-changing work.
Yeah, it's the most impactful and important work I'll ever do, and so to support anything that is like paddle is such a healthy sport. It brings people together. It keeps a guy like Murphy from isolating. I'm someone in long-term recovery from those issues, and so it's a company and a business that's not only personal, but it's professional.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Thanks, Mike.
And so, what, 31 years ago, you were the French Open champion, is that correct?
In 1893,
1893.
Christopher Columbus was coaching the Jensen brothers. We came back on the Mayflower and took some horses up to Paris and won the French Open doubles. And, you know, at that time, the Americans couldn't win on clay. They just said we couldn't win on clay. And then Courier came to town, and Michael Chang came to town, and then we came to town. The real fascinating story about the brothers winning, 10 years before we won the French, the Mayer brothers, Jean Mayer and Sandy Mayer won, and then 10 years after we won, the Bryan brothers win. And the Bryan brothers don't win again until 10 years later.
Wow.
So for 40 years, every 10 years, our brother outfit
That's cool.
claimed the title.
Wow, that's cool.
Interesting. Guy, what's going on with you today?
I'm so good, Murphy. I'm happy you're here. And I have to tell you, just hearing you talk about that whole network and what you're doing is absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
What an innovative idea, and how gratifying is that?
You know, every day, there isn't a day that goes by I don't get a call from somebody in my network. It could be, you know, we serve health plans like Medicaid and Medicare, and we're scaling nationally in real time. The state of Ohio, the state of Michigan, the state of Georgia, Texas, you name it. We're helping all those folks we help. But there isn't a day that goes by I don't get a call from a Hall of Fame tennis player that says, Murphy, I don't want to live anymore. You hear the emotion in my voice.
Wow.
And I rally our peers and our posse to say so-and-so needs some support. And or another star of the game that says my son or daughter's on life support. What do I need to do? What do I do?
Right.
Nice. I got chills. I got chills. It's
I get chills on the daily, and you know, and I get the opportunity to serve God's kids and help them from suffering one day at a time.
It's so unbelievable.
Right?
And well, more importantly, just sitting here looking at you, the passion.
Yeah, it's just, well, it's personal.
Right.
And these, you know, tennis, paddle, you name it, racket sports, it's a family sport.
Sure.
You know, your tennis game or my tennis game was built by a community, a number of coaches and a number of teachers and stringers, and all of us were part of anybody's success.
but it takes a team.
And that's the same thing with mental health, and that's I brought this to this company and I became the finance and funding of this thing. And you know, I'm not sure if you're aware, but 4 years ago I dropped dead on a tennis court from a cardiac arrest. And when I drive by the Bengals Stadium, I can't help but think of my new friend Damar, who he and I spoke alongside each other at a congressional hearing in support of the AED Act. I hope you guys have an AED
We do.
close
Yeah.
by.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you can just lay on top of my body. There's one implanted inside me today. But I was dead for 20 minutes 4 years ago. So every day and every moment to see something like this tournament going on, or be in Cincinnati with my family, my tennis family's here in Cincinnati. You know, for us, it wasn't about winning the French Open. As kids in the Midwest, if you made it to Kings Island and you were playing the ATP Championships, you made it.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond made it. And so it feels amazing to be alive. You know, every day's a gift, and death has been my greatest teacher. I live every day like it's my last, and if nobody's told you or anyone listening that they love them, I do. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well,
I love it,
love
Murphy.
it too.
Thank
That's,
you, guy.
Yeah.
Mean it.
Yeah.
This
Cool.
has been, I mean, you all, your family and Michigan tennis, and I grew up in the Petoskey area.
There you
and
go.
Up at the
Is it Fisher?
yeah, Tom, or Steve Fisher. And yeah, I remember.
In the Flapjack Shack.
Yeah.
Do you know the Flapjack Shack?
Yeah.
It's down the hill from the Northern Michigan qualifying spot, and I ate all the pancakes that they could make for us.
Yeah.
But Petoskey. I still summer in Northern Michigan.
My dad started that racket club up there, and your mom has been down in Vero Beach and years ago. And
who was the front desk woman? Margaret?
Oh gosh, I don't know. This was.
Well, there was a woman that was like.
Oh yeah, Margaret Ruminat.
Thank you.
Yes.
She was the godmother of Northern
She was the
Michigan
godmother.
tennis.
Yes, she absolutely was. And Scott Langs and his mom, and so.
Wow, you know
Let's
your
go,
sister. So
Steve.
your dad started that club?
Yeah.
Great club.
Yeah.
I remember watching Vitas Gerolaitis playing a junior tournament there on the TV screen of a U.S. Open final, and I'm thinking, man, it'd be cool if we won.
One day.
I mean,
right?
we were in Northern Michigan. It was a long ways away from center court at Wimbledon or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Well, this is it's so nice to have you in the booth, and I think that the mental health is such an important thing, and you hear of stars like Marty Fish, you know, from that we moved to Vero Beach, and then the Fishes came, and he had his struggles, and so thank you for all you're doing.
a documentary film it can be really, really powerful. And prior to my cardiac arrest, a film and the production company, and Barbara Broccoli, who owns the James Bond films, has a media company that produces docs to destigmatize these issues. A lot of times people are afraid to ask for help. You know, they're afraid to ask for help, and that's a problem. And so prior to the cardiac arrest, I agreed to share my story. And why would I keep hope a secret? And I talked to my family, and I talked to everybody about, you know, are you okay with me doing this? You know, our dad had passed, and I wanted to make sure his brothers and sisters were okay with me sharing my story. And the consensus was that, you know, not sharing it would be a bigger disservice than sharing it. And by the grace of God, that my broken heart has been healed. And pretty cool.
Well, great. So
Thank you. What's going on here?
Well, we've got,
I'm obsessed with the tournament right now.
Yeah, Nunez, Salazar took the first set 6-1, 1-love. They are rolling, as they say.
Well, they're playing the defending champions with the hometown crowd.
Hometown crowd is out there rooting them on.
Eric West and I have become friends, and we sponsored he and his partner last year at We Connect, and he was loving our business so much. He's like, you know, he was looking, should I come work for you, Murphy? And I might be doing a podcast with him soon, a mental health podcast. His latest employment produces stuff like that, and I'm excited to go to work with him. He's a great human being.
Yeah, he sure is.
Well, that's a good. I mean, that's a tribute, I think, to the whole paddle tennis community. It's such a family, and I'm sure that in a bigger scale, is all your work on the tour and helping. It's just it's so good to see, and I think we could leave it at if someone is looking to get to We Connect Health, how do they do that?
A couple of things. If you've got a smartphone, go to the App Store or Google Play Store and download the We Connect app. There's the freemium version that has 10 free live support group meetings daily. You can take it a step further while you go through the onboarding process and fill out your name and log in, and and your email address. You might see if you qualify for unlimited mental health coaching and support services through our peer recovery specialists. Your insurance, if you're a part of the Better plan or any Medicaid plan, you get unlimited access for you and your family for, it's just mind-boggling, which is really exciting. But just like any app, it's pretty cool. Yeah. And that extra level of service that's free, by the way, if your insurance coverage takes it, will it go as far as pay you to help you get food if food is a problem, or transportation and things like that, just to help support, you getting through another day when times are tough.
Yeah, wow.
It's incredible, right?
That's
I don't get a chance to speak publicly about it a lot outside of on the business development side, and so it's just blows my mind.
Yeah, well, we have millions of viewers out there, so I mean, this is going to reach a lot of people.
Yeah.
Probably my brother Luke is eating a box of Kentucky Fried Chicken right now. He wouldn't miss it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Mike.
Boy, it's been a real treat.
Thanks, Murphy.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, brother.
Who's going to win this?
Well, I'd love to see Fraser and West come back and make it a match.
Yeah.
As you know, based on that score, Murphy, that's an uphill climb right there.
Okay, so after I came out of the coma of 7 or 8 days, and I was a vegetable, the doctor said it would take a miracle, and I always say leave room for a miracle.
Yeah.
The most important set, or the most important point, is the last set and the last point.
There you go.
And if they're still breathing and they're still fighting out here, especially this game.
Yes.
Things, you don't know what's happening to that lefty. And this team are bitter rivals, typically, from what Jose told me. They normally don't play together.
No, they do not.
But they're the two top, most talented, tough. Maybe they'll get in a fight on the court.
You never know. Yeah.
That stuff happens. My brother choked me out for showing up late for practice or missing Wimbledon. Or
maybe it's a bad chest bump.
Yeah, you falter a chest bump. I broke my brother's finger the last time we played at the Battle of Beckett and against the Gambino and somebody. Flip, right? Good speed.
Oh, sure.
He wouldn't miss a shot, and it's just wild. So I think, it's one of those things where if you just lose your eye, I played with Jose. I don't see anyone touching this guy.
Yeah. Look at this.
Look at that.
Wow. Oh, he almost had that.
The dude's a magician. And I am actively involved with a lot. I play tennis 6 days a week, and I'm just obsessed with how the game of tennis has changed. This sport has changed. I never remember seeing this much spin.
Yeah.
And that girl from the Canary Islands, the lefty I just saw, is a talent and a half.
Yes.
I don't know if you covered that match.
Is that Sarge?
Yeah.
The ponytail, yes.
Yeah, the visor.
Big.
I can't believe she's not on the WTA tour right now. But thank you, Mike. Thank you, guys.
Murphy.
Thanks, Murphy.
Stay blessed, boys.
Yeah.
All right.
If I can be helpful to you or anyone you know, you let me know.
All right.
Thanks, Murphy.
Thank you. You touched my heart.
All
Thanks.
right.
Yeah, likewise. Have a great
good
night.
one. Bye.
Nunez, Salazar, lead the second set, 2-1.
Viking Athletics, Mike. For nearly 3 decades, Viking has been the premier name in platform tennis. Viking's mission is simple: produce high-quality, innovative products to enable players at all levels to achieve their best results. Visit www.vikingathletics.com to learn more about our brand, and be sure to stay tuned for our new lineup releases coming summer 2026. Well, Mike, 6-1, 2-1. This is just watching Salazar. I mean, when you play with different partners, And again, these guys, Nunez and Salazar, know each other so well. But have you been watching Salazar closing and blitzing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's silliness.
It looks like he's playing at a different speed. You know,
Well,
the game's going fast, but he's still
well,
going slow.
So it's interesting because, I mean, Regalado and Salazar have the ability to play at any speed, but they usually, because teams, I believe, playing Regalado and Salazar a lot of times think they need to slow it down against them, but Regalado and Salazar just don't miss. They lock it down. And then teams sometimes try to play fast against them, and same thing. The reason Salazar and Regalado are so good and Nunez and Powers are so good is they just don't miss. They just don't miss against most teams, and that's what you're seeing here. But I do think Nunez being on the court with Salazar changes the tempo of it just speeds it up in general because he is such a shot maker, which you asked me before, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can see how quick things are going. I mean, we're at 6-1, 2-1 in, 35 minutes.
Oh,
wow.
thing skidded for about 16 feet. It'd be tough
It
to.
sure did. It's
it was
hard
out
to-
at some point.
Well, it's almost impossible for Fraser to call that out because, he can't see it. So, I mean, listen, when he did see it, he probably thought it was out. I mean, in a good or bad way, it's just tough to call a ball when it's right on top of you like that. So, did the right thing. Yeah, and Nunez, if another couple short lobs, is going to go right back at Fraser. I tell you what, Salazar's roller this season has gotten better and better and better in terms of the snap and the spin on it.
Yeah,
It jumps so much off the court.
it's got a lot more weight to it, right?
Yeah, it used to be like a roller that went deeper, but now it jumps and it moves. What's your opinion on someone like Nunez and Salazar playing, again, with just different partners? Over the past couple of years when Regalado and Salazar and Nunez and Powers aren't playing with each other, they play with Regalado will play with, you know what I mean? They all stay in the same circle.
Yeah.
But I think it's so cool, even though they're the sport's biggest competitors team-wise, are one of the top three. Look at this, almost.
15 love.
That's why you see them competing at the highest level against each other. I mean, it's just such a class act.
Yeah. But you'd almost wish that they would pick up an average tournament player and see how well. But then again,
Well, they don't.
the prettiest, the prom date, the prom queen.
Here comes the
She
prom
dates the
queen.
prom-
Hey, here comes the prom queen speech. I haven't had this one in a while. Go ahead.
She dates the prom king. She's not gonna,
yeah.
bring the beauty. It's not Beauty and the Beast. It's Beauty and Beauty, I guess.
Okay. Good speech, Mikey. Good speech. Yeah.
Yeah. So Nunez and Sal.
You
There
see
it
that?
is.
That's silliness.
Yeah.
That's
ball.
what I mean. That cutter is absolutely crazy.
Nunez, Salazar. 3-2 in the second.
Quintus Wealth Management, group of Wells Fargo advisors focused on managing and preserving wealth for generations to come. Quintus is committed to exceeding expectations in service and results with the client, first philosophy, white glove service, and keen attention to detail. Special thanks to APTA member and Quintus Managing Director Frank Parker and his team for their support of the Midwesterns. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Quintus.
Just joining us, Mike Raleigh alongside Guy Moore, bringing you this men's quarterfinal match between Nunez and Salazar versus Fraser and West. Guy Nunez serving here, his partner Salazar on the right-hand side of the net. Eric West, the lefty, on the far side with the dark top, and Tyler Fraser on the ad side, the white hat. Got Nunez and Salazar winning the first set 6-1. Fraser and West are down now three serving two, sorry. Our fifth and final Grand Prix, this Hyde Park Golf and Country Club.
Great club, Mike.
Fantastic.
I mean,
Our
beautiful.
host professional, Rob Bacher.
Yeah, great longtime friend and competitor.
Oh, talk about talent, too.
Yeah, but just a wonderful job by all the sponsors and just the members who volunteered, and Karen Jedlick, and Ann Waldron and Patty Hogan, all just doing a great
list
job.
goes on and on, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And I'd like to thank you, Mike.
Oh, hey, thank you, Guy. We've got the easy job, right? We just get front row seat for some great paddle.
Well, so you look at this, right? Nunez and Salazar are playing the tempo they want. I mean, we knew it would always be fast. Fraser West, what do they do to get back in this match? 6-1, 4-2. You just got to want to be out there for a while.
It starts with a hold to serve here.
I say you got to want to be out there for a while because it's going to take slowing things down to. And it's kind of Mike, think about that, right? If you're losing pretty quick and fast, you would think that the obvious thing is to say, let's slow it down.
It's easier said than done when you're facing Salazar and Nunez.
It is, but I think if you're going to go the opposite tact and say, hey, that almost was nasty. If you're going to go the opposite tact and say, hey, we're going to speed it up, you better be really good at playing fast, or better than whoever you decide to speed it up with, or it'll go even faster, right?
Right. And there's just constant pressure. Salazar hit that rather routine drive, two-hander, draws an error in the volley.
30 all.
It starts here a little bit of a longer point, right? And it is 30 all. 5-2, 4-3. I'm stating the complete obvious, but Tyler Fraser and West have to win this game.
Well, that's a great lob from Nunez.
Sure
be able
was.
to get Eric West to hit two high backhand overheads.
And now it's,
Nunez Salazar. Nunez Salazar lead the second set 5-2. Nunez Salazar won the first set 6-1.
Winning 62% of the total points. 0 for
Yeah.
5 on break points for Fraser and West.
yeah.
0 for
Sundes
3.
wins 3. It's a substantial number when it's 3-0. Anytime you're on the other side of that.
Do you think it's harder to come back with the no ad, the sudden deuce, or is it easier?
I think it's harder. I've never been asked that question. I think it's a great question, but I almost think it's harder because time doesn't favor you.
Yeah,
you agree?
I completely agree.
mean, you can't grind. Think of an Adam Morgan and Graham McNerney down, knowing they have deuces and ads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know they're going to be out there because they don't care if it's 5 love, 40 love. It just doesn't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, those teams, it just favors them.
Speaking of McNerney,
oh boy,
McNerney Morgan versus Murphy Schneider. They're McNerney Morgan are up 2-love in the third set. Castro Page over Leon Moyo. They're up 5-1 in the third.
wow.
And Grigorovich, Tommy G, and Tin Stojic won over Hanson Tyler 7-5, 7-5.
Wow.
And a triple match point.
40-15.
You know what's crazy is I'm just, after the past month, I'm not used to people playing in T-shirts and shorts,
I know.
Mike. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Wow.
And there it is.
Nunez, Salazar.
Congratulations to Nunez Salazar winning 6-1, 6-2 over Fraser and West. Take one final look here at our match statistics brought to you by Court Director.
Yeah, pretty one-sided as you would expect with that score. Yeah, I mean, just listen, just a solid match by Nunez and Salazar. I mean, played the tempo they wanted, and great to see Tyler Fraser and Eric West out here.
Yeah, and welcome back to them. And that's a wrap for this men's quarterfinal. We will be back on here very shortly for our women's semifinals. So stay tuned.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Guy.
A lot of founders start out with an idea, maybe in a garage, in a shared workspace, and really being a co-pilot along that whole journey from ideation to execution to maybe monetization one day is really the role we've decided to take in the marketplace. So I feel like we have really found a part of the market and offering that just really hasn't existed. It's this coaching, it's therapy, it's co-piloting on a journey that is unique.
Dunkin's $5 meal deal. A yummy wake-up wrap. A medium iced or hot coffee. And 6 crispy golden hash browns. Dunkin's $5 meal deal. A deal for everyone.
WeConnect serves a wide range of organizations, from employers and healthcare systems to government agencies and even justice systems, providing tailored solutions to meet the specific needs of each, whether it's helping individuals re-enter society or supporting healthcare workers facing burnout. WeConnect provides comprehensive, scalable support.